So there's already sort of built-in spots. Like things that you have Garber over there, the second in with all those modulated, closely related colors that make up that basically brown orange, but there's like 50 million colors in there. That was quite inspirational as far as having, all these bits of color.
We're just saying we can do it.
Okay. Maybe these shoes could be spotted. Maybe those could be spotted.
Okay, so could you tell me about these beautiful violet bottles?
Well, I had an idea for this installation of things to do that were a little bit more reflective, because a lot of the paint that I used and the burlap is very matte. So one thing that I thought about was colored glass. And I did a little research online, and I found these bottles, and I thought they were a beautiful shape and the right size, and they're very close in color to the ultramarine that I used on the braided rug. So I thought they would be a nice thing to add. And also, again, they echo the domesticity theme that's in the piece. So I'm not quite sure where I'm going to use them yet, but I've got them out and dusted them off. I also have a few other things that are reflective, some glass beads that, so maybe there's a whole little area of shininess somewhere that needs to happen. I like the pine tree shapes, right? They're so typical pine tree shape. Like a pine tree isn't really even shaped like that. It's a symbol of a pine tree. And I thought about them as maybe shadows of pine trees. They aren't the real pine trees, but they're reminding us of something else that isn't here. And then when I put this one down, pointing at the braided rug, I liked the idea of how it reinforces the way that I'm seeing the piece, which is almost like a map. So there's some little compass action going on there, and the tree is pointing at the braided rug. And I thought, these are the kinds of things that I don't think of while I'm sitting in my studio. I think of them when I am making the piece, when I'm actually putting it together. Buttons, I started putting out, and I have a few more things at home that are
the buttons, you mentioned the buttons.
Yeah, there's some.